It goes without saying that 2020 was a horrible year, not just because of the personal terror the pandemic wrought on humanity, but also the impact it had and still has on our jobs, businesses, travel, entertainment, and thus the economy itself. The big question, how will it fare in 2021? Will it roar back to life or hide under the couch? To find out, as Olivia Newton-John might say, let's get fiscal. '20 wasn't a total recession, it was uneven. Although so many suffered, a lot of us could work from home and get paid. And so, because we weren't going out for dinner, on vacay, to the gym or to sports, we put a lot of money back into online shopping or our savings, which means when the world is safer thanks to vaccines, there's a lot of money put aside ready to spend. With the Fed injecting $120 billion to support the economy every month, there's also been growth in the stock and credit markets, which means because we've had more money in our banks getting pretty poor interest rates, or because credit right now is pretty cheap to borrow, we poured that money instead into stocks like Tesla that's rocketed to an extraordinary level, as have other stay-at-home stocks, Amazon and Netflix. And for those worried about a 2008-style crash, well, remember, that was due to massively stupid risk-taking on behalf of the banks. This time, it was a pandemic, and the Fed has been actively, cleverly, and properly acting to counter it. And what we all thought might happen didn't. A crash in commercial real estate. It was looking really bad for offices, shopping malls and hotels. But because the value of the properties themselves didn't fall too much due to well-backed investors snapping them up, and because there's so much money in commercial real estate and so much to be made from its sale, plus all the tax bonuses of owning it, despite what happens to the markets and economy, it's still possible to come out on top as an owner and a winner. And most interesting of all is that the deadlock between both Republican and Democratic parties might actually be sold outside of Washington by big business itself, who will no longer bankroll politicians that curry favor with their electorate by spreading baseless conspiracy theories, because it damages the very fabric of democracy upon which business needs to operate in order to help them sell things here and abroad. So it's more likely that you'll see more and more companies turning their backs on politicians who tell untruths or whip up violence. It's just not good for business. Even with economists predicting the US economy's growth of around 4% this year, it's likely that we'll be feeling the financial effect of the coronavirus until at least the mid-2020s. But the key indicators of a healthier economy? When unemployment falls and new shops, businesses and restaurants start to appear. Yeah. So, the second half of 2021 will, virus and vaccine willing, see some spectacular returns to life as we knew it, with growth in all the areas we've missed so much, like restaurants, travel and sport. All the more reason to buckle down now, wear a mask, wash your hands and stay vigilant, because that way we can guarantee together that the future we're all dreaming of won't be that far or socially distanced away.